going to try to get you as many holiday videos as possible to get you inspired and get you excited for this upcoming holiday season. So Silly Farm has an entire new line of holiday-inspired rainbow and arty cakes, and I'm going to be using my beautiful model, Christina Angelina, because her eyes look so good on camera too, and she makes my designs look better. So I'm going to use this snowflake rainbow cake, and I'm going to show you guys how to do kind of like a frosty eye design. So what I'm going to do is I start off by loading it with my half sponge. And then I'm just going to fill in inside of her eyes. Close your eyes. I'm just going to fill in right inside of her eyes here. And because these colors are so strong, there's a really nice metallic colors on them. And the silver, if you can turn a little bit this way, stands out really nicely. So all I'm doing is just kind of folding my sponge so that I'm just filling in the well of her eyes. I'm going to clean off that little extra space, and then I'm just going to kind of hold my sponge that way and squeeze it, and then right in the middle I'm just going to give it a little bit of a and then on the bridge of her nose too. So now that I filled in her eyes and I added just a little bit of the extra color up there, I'm going to use my snowflake stencil. And it's just a faster way of doing snowflakes, especially if you have trouble freehanding things. And I'm going to fill it up with a little bit of white, or just fill up my sponge with a little bit of white, and then fill in. And this will really save you time, especially if you're just trying to do a cheat art and get things done fast. So I'm just going to hold this stencil right in the middle, and I'm going to pad on the white. And you see how it makes that perfect snowflake, and I'm just going to do a few snowflakes right around it using just white, and a smaller one right on the bridge of her nose. Fill it right in. See, just like that, it makes it fast and easy. Then you don't have to freehand it, especially if time is important. Next, what I'm going to do is just create a little bit of snow around her face now. Now, because we live in South Florida and it never snows here, I think we're all fascinated with snow. I bet you the people up in the Midwest and Canada could not care less. But for us, we're all about like the snow queens. So at the corner of her eye, close your eye for 1 second. I'm going to turn you a little bit this way. A little bit more this way. Okay. At the corner of her eyes, I start off very straight, lay it down, and bring it up so that it's kind of sharp. I wanted a sharp point on that. And I'm going to do another one, and then one more, just so that it kind of frames her eye. Next, what I'm going to do is now, if you can look up for me, from the corner of her eye, I'm going to start off straight, then I'm going to lay my brush down so that I get kind of like that wiggliness straight. So some areas are fat and thick and some areas are not. And then I'm just going to draw these kind of icicles, and drag them down. You can tell I definitely don't live anywhere that it's cold. Snowsicles. I'm going to make a whole reel of bloopers one of these days. And bring this out here, right at the corner of her eye. And I like to use the Wolf white for this because it's so strong. It's just that really white, just like their black is really black. And then I'm just going to fill in with dots around this because that'll be like my snowy scene. And in the corner of her eye too, start there. And you don't want all of the dots too thick. And it helps to make really small ones when your brush is really wet. So again, I'm going to follow the same pattern on the other side. So if you can turn to me. So what I did, okay, we're going to turn your chair. Let's move you and turn your chair just a little bit more. Thank you. Okay. So turn this way. At the corner of the eye, can you see it? At the corner of the eye, straight, lay your brush down and pull it in. Straight, lay your brush down and pull it in. And pull it in there. And then I'm going to trace underneath her eye, so I'm going to have her look up. Straight, lay my brush down, give it a wiggle, straight, wiggle so that you get more of kind of that snowy buildup, and then make my icicles, snowsicles, whatever they are, coming down from the ends of her eyes. And then what did I do? I filled in with dots just to give her a little bit more snow, and then in the corner of her eyes too. Okay, now I can turn back to the camera. And then what I'm going to do is just go back in and add a few more of my snowflakes with my stencil, just to kind of bring it all together. So I'm going to use my stencil once more and just hold it in place, press it down right on her cheek. If you can turn to the other side, so I can, what I do on one side, I'm going to do on the other so that it matches. So I have two little snowflakes there, and even if I want to continue this crown kind of just to give it a little bit more, then you can. And then to finish it off, what I'm going to do is of course add some glitter. And I have this beautiful kind of bluish glitter. I'm going to add that right on top. And of course, right on the bridge of her nose. And I like to work with the white fairy dust glitter. And I'm just going to add a little bit there. And then to finish it off, I'm going to add some color to her lips. That's my favorite part about face painting. That's what you wanted me to do, Marcella, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm just going to add a little bit of color to her lips. And the color that you choose is definitely up to you. If you wanted to really go with the frosty look, you can use a blue. I'm going to use the Wolfe Metallic Rose, just to kind of bring it all out and bring another color into this design. All right, and then I will put just a little bit. What? Well, let me just put a little bit there. Okay, so now this is just one version of a snow queen or a snow princess mask. So if you can just zoom in for her. And that's it. Happy holidays, guys.